gentlemen, boys and girls.
Now is the chance to make a difference for the whole wide world. It's the time and place, ain't got time to waste. We wanna make the community a better place. We wanna do our best, we ain't trying to flex. We just wanna make a difference, put your mind to rest. Denver, Vegas, Orlando, sit down, we about to start the show. Everybody's talking and the word is spreading fast. Yeah, it's time to listen to Dance Dad Podcast. Dance Dad Podcast. Dance Dad Podcast. Dance Dad Podcast. Dance Dad Podcast.
What's up, everyone? It's your father for Chris Starkey. Welcome to the Dance Dad Podcast. We are a podcast of expert dads and will offer up the greatest advice to dads around the world on how to navigate hard-pressing issues regarding your kids and the wives that stop us every step of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, today is our Halloween special.
Wow, very scary.
That was not scary at all. That was terrible. That's right. It is one of the most popular holidays for kids, young and old alike. But before we get into it, let's say hi to my other co-host, Clint Rudolph. What's up?
What's happening, everybody?
No. Answer me in your best Dracula voice.
I don't say blah, blah, blah.
Oh, nice. There you go. Paul, give me your best Frankenstein.
You know, most people call me the voice of reason.
That was your best Frankenstein? Okay, nice.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
Oh, nice.
And
Voice of reason!
thank you.
It's me!
Thank you. And Randy, give me your best mummy. That sucked. Come on, dude, what the hell?
Mummy likes
Mummies can't talk. They just
Mummies like the voice of reason.
All right, guys. Thank you. All right, so this week is Halloween, and we are kind of excited, I guess, because COVID may put a big wrench in everyone's plans this year, right?
Indeed.
Oh, yeah.
just a little bit.
So you guys thinking about it? Are your kids going trick-or-treating? Have you already made that decision?
You know, my kids are in high school, and I think they just see the whole issue of it and stuff, so I think they're going to bow out.
They're buying up. Clint, what about you?
We're just doing neighborhood stuff. Like my wife pre-packaged a bunch of treats in a bag. We're gonna put them out on a table out front for anyone who might run around the neighborhood. But
Okay.
we're just gonna stay home and chill. You know, one of my favorite times of the favorite things to do this time of year is the world famous Starkey Halloween party. But I heard that's not happening.
No.
Voice of reason will be there.
This year I was going to do Come As Your Favorite Dead Pope, but my wife kind of nixed.
Oh, God.
Wow. Why would she?
I don't know. I wanted to do John Paul II, but she nixed that whole situation.
That's kind of juxtaposed to Paul wanting to show up as Ginsburg.
That's Ginsburg.
I had a great little pinafore.
Lacy
Yeah,
pinafore,
let's see.
yes,
Well,
yeah.
it's too bad we're going to miss that.
Penny wants her
Oh,
doily
no,
back,
you
by the way.
won't.
All right, guys. So here's the deal. Which do you like more when you were a kid, or actually, let's start right now as an adult. Do you like to walk with your kids for trick or treat, or do you like to stay behind and watch everyone come to the door so you can scare the living crap out of them? What do you like to do?
I love walking the neighborhood with my kids.
Do you? Okay.
I used to walk the neighborhood. Susan and I would switch off. One of us would stay home, and we'd switch off about every half an hour.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's
That's
what Penny
awesome.
and I did.
Okay, so I have in my house, I'm big. I've seen those spirit superstores where they have those amazing Halloween statues and what are they called? They're
called blow-up.
Blow-ups, thank you.
the
They're called
animatronic
animatronics,
things.
that's
And
what I was
not
looking
the kind
for.
of blow-up doll that you have in your room.
Right,
Different
the
blow-up.
animatronics, that's what I was looking for. So I have a demonic Dahlia blow-up. I have a Chucky blow-up animatronic. And I have the Nightmare from Christmas, that dude, the skeleton, Jack Skeleton.
Jack Skeletor.
So I always feel a little bad because when the kids come up, like, seriously, some of these animatronics scare the living crap out of my kids and they're a little bit older. Am I wrong for doing that?
No, it's my favorite time of
no.
year. My wife, like a lot of people have Christmas villages. My wife has an entire Halloween village.
Well,
that
but
she sets up
tell
in
me
the
about it.
house.
Tell me about it.
There's like, I don't know, 15 different houses that have like, one's a hotel, the haunted hotel, and just like you'd imagine a Christmas village, but they're all Halloween themed. And I got a 27-foot blow up ghost that lights up and black light outside. Like, I love it. I'm all about Spirit Halloween and buying new crap in the
Good.
yard
I'm
every
glad
year.
I'm not alone.
Hey, you need to take pictures. I'll take some of mine. We'll post them on our
Let's do
Facebook
it.
page.
I'm down.
That'd be
Let's
awesome.
actually take pictures of some of these animatronics scaring the crap out of the little kids.
Yes. Do you,
Should
have
we
like
do that?
do you have a Ring doorbell?
I do.
That would be hysterical to give some
Let's
of those
do it.
recordings when
Yes.
kids walk up and like freak out.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, okay, so
gotta do
guys,
it.
what is the line? When do we cross that line when we have a feeling some of those parents might be a little pissed because we've, scared some of their kids to death?
Hey, listen, you see the shit when you're walking up to my house, right? So if it looks like it might be too scary, don't come. Enter
Yeah.
at your own risk, homie.
I think the parents will pass it by. We used to do that. If the kids were like, I don't think I want to go to that one.
So I have Mormons that live right next to me, and they don't put
Actually,
any...
you have Mormons who sleep right next to you.
Well, okay. There's nothing against the Mormons at all. My wife is a Jack Mormon, but I have actual real live practicing Mormons living next to me. They don't put anything out.
No way.
And I put all these like demonic things out on my front, and they give me dirty looks. I'm
Do they
telling
really?
you. Yeah.
You get the stink eye?
I get the stink eye during Halloween. And I almost feel like I do it now on purpose just to put out more and more and, upside down crosses in my driveway and things. No, I don't do that.
In spirit, like you've seen like the 27-foot tall skeleton. Have you seen that thing in spirit?
Yes,
It's like
it's amazing.
$4,000 or something.
Yeah.
There's a house right here. It's like if you would go straight to go to Monaco, you'll pass it. And they have like, I bet they've got 20 to 30 grand worth of crap in their yard. It's unbelievable. I'm so jealous every time I drive by. I'm like, damn, I want that stuff.
No, seriously, the Spirit is now the new amusement park. Actually, during COVID, it's like probably one of the most fun times I've had with my kids since COVID has happened is going through Spirit and getting
Absolutely.
scared to
Nice.
death, right?
Yeah. I don't understand people who don't get into it, who don't get into Halloween.
Let's talk about the people that don't get into freaking Halloween right now, okay? Who are they? Why do they not get into Halloween?
Are you freaking kidding me?
No, I'm not, Angie. I want to know who are the people that are not getting into Halloween.
Okay, I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
A lot of people don't have kids. A lot of people have never celebrated Halloween with little kids, so they think it's a stupid holiday. They turn their porch lights off. They turn their front room lights off and stuff. Or they leave their house because they don't want to deal with giving your kid free candy because they don't have kids. Their kids never got free candy.
I teach my kids to egg the Dwyer's house when they turn their light off, okay?
Do you do that,
It's a
Paul?
Halloween
You don't do that.
tradition.
No. We keep our lights on till 11.
Okay, seriously, if they're home, anyone who turns their lights off and won't pass out candy before the hour of, say, 8 p.m., they're a jack off. Okay,
Right.
I'm going to say it right now. That's ridiculous.
Totally with you.
Yeah, get into it. Come on. The kids, I mean, we're only kids once, obviously. Let's give them some fun during trick or treat, right?
Yeah, exactly. But with the COVID, what do you do this year? Do you do it just like you've been doing it? Or do you shut things down earlier?
Well, here's a great opportunity to wear your hazmat suit for
Right?
as your
Perfect.
costume for
Perfect.
Halloween.
You
right?
have your mask on, you're good.
Yes, exactly.
We're doing something similar to what the Rudolphs are doing. We're going to put candy in bags and sit on our driveway and personally say, here, please take a bag.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're just this way we can still give because you like to scare the kids and ask
Okay.
some questions.
You're a good
What are
Samaritan.
you? Are you a witch? No, I'm Princess Diana. Perfect. That's great costume.
I'll check with him.
I knew that.
All right, guys. So how about the families? You always hear this every single year. Hey, Mom, Dad, let's go to Bobby's neighborhood because that's where the rich people live. What are these rich people handing out at their doors?
King-size candy bars.
King-size
Full
candy
candy
bars.
bars.
Okay, have
Oh,
you guys?
yeah.
Well, what's the largest? Do you guys do that? What do you guys pass out for Halloween?
The little snack candies.
Okay,
the candy
good.
bars.
Good snack bar.
Yeah.
Around the table, right?
My wife gets into it. She probably goes and buys 30 bags. And if last year we didn't have that many trick-or-treaters in our neighborhood, we've had a big flip over where our neighborhood was a little bit older. And in the last year, we've had a lot of young families come in. But last year she bought like 6 bags. We were eating it until Easter, for God's
Of course.
sake.
Okay,
yeah.
so anyone who passes out raisins
I'll punch
for
him in the
Halloween,
face.
you are dead to me.
Yeah.
Anyone
Okay.
who- yes.
Worst things you've ever got trick-or-treating, either you as a kid or that your kids have brought home.
Of course, a popcorn ball. You can't eat it. My mom and dad won't let me eat the popcorn ball.
No, here's the worst ever. Freaking toothbrush.
A tooth?
He
You
was
need
a
to stop
dentist.
cussing.
A toothbrush?
He was a dentist, and he wants to share his.
No, it was
my
like the old
God.
crabby people that Paul like. I don't want to give away candy to. You know what? I'll give him a toothbrush. That'll teach him.
Oh, crap. You know what? I do remember. Okay, I was 9 years old, and, I'm sure everyone does this. Your parents go through your bag to make sure there's no razor blades. But first of all, has anyone ever found a razor blade in
Never.
any piece of candy or
No.
in your bag? Never. Okay.
Nope.
And for those who have, I'm sorry this happened, but please, no one's going to put a razor blade. Hopefully not now. They might put something else in your bag, but not a razor blade, right?
I wouldn't think
I
so.
wouldn't think so
That's
either.
the lowest of the low.
It is yes.
If I ever caught somebody putting a razor, like that guy doesn't get trial or arrest. Like I'm hanging him with my Halloween decorations.
Right. So I lived in the hood when I was a kid, and one year my mom was going through my bag, and there was a condom in my trick or treat bag.
I hope it was wrapped up.
Yes, it was. Right.
It was new. It was new.
It was wrapped up. Well, what about
Did
you
it
guys?
have creamy filling?
Oh, stop it! That is terrible. Okay, what about you guys? Anything else bad in your bags?
No, you said raisins, and I remember getting those little teeny boxes of raisins and going,
Sunmade, yes.
there that one
The
goes.
worst
it's gone.
thing I ever got was there was some house, and I don't know which one it was, but we dump out our bags, and we got marshmallow Christmas trees handed to us.
That's a good treat.
a little recycling from last
Christmas time.
I mean, it's only like 10 months old. It's fine.
year. It's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to go through America rated the top 5 Halloween treats for the season, okay? I'm going to run through them real quick.
Doesn't matter what season it is. I always know what number one is.
Okay, great. Well, we're going to find. We all know when the worst chocolate bar is, right? Let's say it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Mounds. Yeah. That was not planned, people.
Not planned.
That was not planned. Yes, it is Mounds. We hate Mounds. Coconut with it. It's a terrible chocolate bar.
And then they tried to get fancy and go, ooh, but we'll put an almond on this one and call it an almond joy.
Joy got nut. Mounds don't.
Yes, I love that.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Nice, love it. That was not planned either, folks. We do not plan anything right here at the Dave's
It's
Dad
the
Podcast.
Halloween
Are you kidding?
episode, man. We're in Fuego.
That's right.
Okay, we're gonna go through the top 5.
We should put our pants back on. We're doing so well tonight.
This is not in order of the number 1, so I'm just gonna mix it up. In your head, you got to tell me what the number 1 is, and as I count them out, so 1 to 5, okay? No, so the first one I'm giving you is Snickers. And the next one I'm going to give to you is Hershey's bar without the almonds. Okay. Next one I'm giving to you is Reese's peanut butter cups. Next one is Kit Kat, and the last one is M&M's. Okay, starting with number 5.
Being the worst?
Being the number 5 candy bar during the Halloween season. On the count of 3, let's
Wait a
call it
second.
out.
Say it one more time to us. Give us the number.
The number it's on your outline right there.
Oh,
it's
sorry.
We have Hershey's, Kit Kat, Snickers, M&M, Reese's.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Number 5 on the count of 3. Let's just shout it out. 1, 2, 3.
Snickers.
Hershey's.
I heard Hershey's too. Clint, what'd you say?
Hershey's is what I
Paul,
said.
what'd you say?
Paul?
I said Snickers because I can't eat peanuts.
That's too bad.
This is rated. This is like worldwide.
Okay,
this is
obviously
America.
Hershey's.
Okay,
Hershey's.
good. Okay,
Sorry,
good. We were
Mr.
on the same
Peanut
page.
Allergy.
Okay, number 4. Ready? On the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Snickers.
Wow, that is crazy. This is not planned. We all said Snickers.
Okay.
That is nuts. Okay, number 3 on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
M&M's.
Oh, I said Kit Kat.
Oh, you said.
What the hell is
I ruined
wrong
us.
with
I
you?
ruined us.
No, okay. M&M's actually takes the consensus.
Yeah.
That's number 3. So it's between Reese's peanut butter cups and Kit Kat. The number 2. Let's just go with the number 1. We might as well say number 1. Ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Reese's
Reese's.
peanut butter cup.
Wow, we have 3 Reese's and 1 Kit Kat. Reese's takes the number 1, and Kit Kat is number 2. Wow, that was pretty clean cut between us 4.
good,
Yeah,
right?
that was
Pretty
really good. Okay, we all agree that Mounds is the worst. Am I right?
Yeah.
What other kind of
Not always. If you can find some good mounds, stick with it.
Thank you, Paul. Okay, give me some kind of sound effect in there, please.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we did talk about do you inspect your candy and have you ever found anything? And we all were, we never found anything crazy and dangerous, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So how about outside of the trick-or-treating, those haunted experiences, okay? Now, all over the country, I found 5 of the most haunted experiences rated by America. And please, our listeners, we want you to make sure that you email us at dancedad@gmail.com. No, dancedadpodcast@gmail.com, and let us know what your scariest haunted experience is.
Or post on our Facebook page.
Yeah, post on our Facebook page. That's smart. Okay. So the number 1 is in Pennsylvania. No, sorry. Number 5 is in Pennsylvania. It's called the Bates Hotel, and it's very symbolic of the movie, obviously. They actually have a shower scene where someone...
Ooh.
Yeah. No, it was...
Different kind of shower scene.
Different kind of shower scene, yes.
Someone
Okay.
gets killed, Paul.
All right, the Dent House in New Hampshire. It's basically some school kids who have zombies running around, but I guess it's whoever the makeup
The
artist.
school kids have zombies, or school
The
kids
school
are zombies?
The school kids are zombies,
sounds right,
as well
yes.
as the teachers. So very similar to what's happening right now in our school system. Okay, number 3 is Erebus, and this is in New York. It's a 4-mile walk up. Wait, it's a 4-mile walk of 4 stories in a house. Can you believe that?
That must be a big-ass house.
It's a big-ass house, but you're walking all over the place in every single room.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and each level has, of course, a different theme. So if you're in New York, check out the Erebus Haunted Experience, Erubus. Number 4 is the Freakling Brothers. I've actually been to this one in Las Vegas. It is just a place of chaotic clowns.
Yeah, if you're not a clown fan, you don't want to
That
go
would
there.
You don't want to do it.
terrifying.
Right.
There are people who
Bunch
are
of
deathly
just
afraid of clowns.
scary
Like that's
clowns.
not the place you want to go.
Yeah.
Paul, you're deathly afraid of
Little
clowns?
people.
Oh, little people. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I was wrong about that.
Now, I've actually seen, not a documentary, but an article story on television about this next one.
Okay, yeah.
And just watching it.
The number 1, and this was featured in Netflix, is called the McCamey Manor in Tennessee. So we're going to talk about this for a second, because if you have not heard about this place, please Google it or YouTube it, or even go on Netflix and check it out. This is a haunted experience like none other. In fact, they actually advertise if you get through the entire experience, they'll give you $20,000. $20,000.
I'm guessing not very many people have made it through.
No one
No
has
one.
ever made it
I
through.
mean,
Ever.
what I saw, they were not just touching you, they were basically tackling you
Yeah.
sometimes.
At first, I
and
thought,
holding your breath.
how bad can it be? What can they actually do to you?
Right.
And then I read the waiver. They can waterboard you.
Yeah.
They can pull out fingernails. They can
Yeah.
pull out teeth. It literally says that in the waiver, and you sign it, and they beat on
I mean,
you.
I'm all for Halloween and good experience, but I ain't
That's-
signing a waiver where someone's yanking teeth out, man.
In fact, I guess it takes 3 hours to even fill out the waiver to even
my
go in.
God.
Holy cow.
Because the whole experience is like 8 hours.
Yeah,
I mean, they'll shut you in a coffin. They'll, like Randy said, they'll waterboard you. They do some. You watch the YouTube video because you see people terrified. They're out of their mind terrified. So I'm recommending that, fellas, at some point, before, as a bucket list item, we all
Road
go to we all do a road trip to McCamey Manor for an experience of a lifetime, because we will be coming back with $80,000.
Look for
Do you
us.
think
We'll
in the
be
waiver?
pulling-
Go ahead.
We'll be pulling up in the Rudolph RV.
Do you think
Making
they
this
let
thing
us fight back?
It probably says in the waiver you can't
I was
touch
gonna
them, I
say,
would guess.
right.
Yeah.
That ain't right. That's
But
not
how
right.
do you do that? Like, if someone pulled out your fingernail, I don't care if you signed a waiver or not. How are you not punching them in the freaking face?
Oh, I think I
Face.
did read that in the waiver thing.
Face.
It's $500 for every cuss word gets deducted from the 20,000 that you.
What?
Yep.
What?
Every
every
cuss
time-
word.
Oh, dude,
$500.
You are kidding.
So
me.
it said-
I'd make it all the way through and they'd say, sorry, Mr. Rudolph, you used your 20
I
grand
was
in the
gonna
first
say,
10
I got
minutes.
it. I
No,
got
no,
it.
And
are
I
you
bet
kidding?
it's
You
I
wouldn't
bet
get
it's
through the line.
I bet it's punching them too or something.
No,
That's
no.
probably
I
another-
got it. This is how we avoid it. First of all, we all go get baptized as a Mormon first, and then we go to because Mormons are not allowed to cuss. They're not allowed to cuss.
I don't think just getting baptized Mormon's going to fix me, bro.
No, I don't think it's going to help with me either.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway,
I'm willing to do that for you, for Christine.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate
You know
that.
what would be fun?
What?
This would be a fun challenge. The 5 of us challenge the impractical jokers. Dance dads versus impractical jokers. Who makes it through McCamey?
Oh, yes. You got to go in with a positive mindset, I think, to McCamey Manor. I think if you did that, you'd be fine, right?
Yeah, it's a power of positivity.
Hey, if any of our listeners have actually gone through this experience, please email us and we'll actually call you because we want to hear exactly what went down.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah.
We'd love to find out what went down.
If any of our listeners have been in any crazy Halloween experiences, like these are the top 5, but there's a couple crazy ones here in Colorado that I've been on. There's a zombie one with you get on like a hay bale, like horse-drawn carriages.
That's the one with
drive,
the farms.
Yeah, drive through all the like cornfields, like Children of the Corn with zombies and
I-25
stuff.
to exit 285, then 3 miles down to the scary shitty town.
Okay, there's
You murdered that thing. It is Halloween.
There are some scary experiences that usually happen in Colorado. However, all over the country, there are drive-through haunted experiences. Have you guys done a drive-through haunted experience this year?
No.
Never done that.
Okay, so I heard they suck.
I can't.
Well, you have the
it would
protection of your car, kind of.
It'd be kind of
Yeah, it's
lame,
like,
right?
Well, the people are not allowed to touch your car because that'd be scary. Someone came up and like hit the top of your car or something. And then of course you have a liability issue and blah blah blah.
They broke your moonroof and now you're suing. And
Right. I heard that there's a place in Orlando called the Haunted Road that my son Sage actually did some voiceovers for. That I heard that he posted a video. So check out Haunted Road in Orlando because that looked kind of legit. But there's some others that I've seen. Please save your money. You don't want to do this. Yeah, definitely not. So we'll wait till next year.
You want to have a scary experience? Just drive by the Starkey house.
With demonic Dahlia.
Demonic Dahlia and
Crazy
Chris and his
Chucky.
tidy whities with fake blood everywhere. It's awesome. I mean, scary.
Frankenstein, find demonic Dahlia.
There is actually everyone needs to do this before you die. I'm serious about this. You need to go to Universal Studios in Orlando or California and buy the Halloween Horror Nights experience because there's like 8 Halloween horror haunted house warehouses that you go through in a matter of 3 hours, and it is amazing.
Didn't Ellen
You do 8 different ones in like 3 hours?
Correct.
Oh, that would be a
that's cool.
Didn't
freaking
Ellen
riot.
used to take her producer on that every
Yes.
year and scare the hell out of him?
Yeah. Everyone needs to do it. If you're a listener, go to Universal Studios. They're going to be a sponsor of ours after this huge shout out that we just did. But you need to do it. My son actually works at Universal Studios, and this is something they do every single year, just as for fun, because they change it up every single year. It's different every single year.
Oh, that would be a riot.
Very cool.
Are they open this year? Are
They
doing
are
it?
not. Wait, I don't know. I
They're
doubt
not.
it. No. I doubt it. I doubt they're. Well, the Universal Studios is open, so I'm not sure
Right.
why they wouldn't do it.
It's probably limited capacity, just like Universal Studios is.
You know, in Florida, the governor's opened up everything in
Right.
Florida, so
Yeah.
that's
So let me get
We'll
this
have, to, we'll have to
straight.
get Sage on the horn and figure
Let
out
me
what the
get this
411
straight. I'm Frankenstein, and I have to wear a mask, so I'm scaring you with a mask.
is. You put the regular mask on over your Halloween mask, crazy.
Right.
That's going to be good. Frankenstein can't breathe.
Exactly. All right. Well, so there you have it. Right after this commercial break, we're going to find out the top Halloween costumes of 2020. We'll be right back.
Leave now while you still can.
Leave now before Master finds you.
All right, and we're back. And on the phone with me, we have Greg Reinke from the Reinke Brothers. Right here in Colorado, it probably is the premier Halloween spot, costume spot. Probably because not only
You know what? It's also a great place to get stage makeup for you actors out there.
Yeah.
They have a fabulous selection.
And theatrical. I mean, they do theatrical things throughout the year. These guys are on point. They do a ton of great stuff. So Greg, real quick, we are doing our Halloween episode for our podcast, and we just have a couple quick questions. The first question is, Greg, in terms of the most popular costumes that, let's say, kids are looking for this year, could you give us a little rundown?
Well, a lot of the anime type costumes, Fortnite is hot. But you know what's interesting? Pirates. Pirates are really hot this year.
Pirates, timeless.
All right. And why is Pirates popular this year? Do you know, Greg?
Pirates are always popular, but they're even more popular this year. And I think one of the reasons is with this whole mask thing that they're asking everybody to do, you can wear a mask with a pirate costume, with the skull and crossbones and those type of things. But it's a fairly easy costume to put on and run around in and are comfortable. And I think a lot of people right now want to be comfortable, even though we're having to wear a mask. By the way, this is the biggest mask Halloween ever.
Oh,
I can't imagine. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So what about like
sexy pirate girls? Is that popular?
Yeah, with the older women, you were asking me about children. So.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Greg, for
You're
keeping this
welcome.
PG or G. I appreciate it. So actually, let's flip to the adult side. So for the adults, what are the adults looking for right now?
The pirates.
So it's a pirate Halloween, is what you're saying?
Pretty much. But the other one is superheroes, especially for the ladies. I've got some great corset type costumes that are superheroes, and they're beautiful. But you're talking about the sexy lady. They're really digging those, like Wonder Woman, Supergirl, Batgirl, or Batwoman. All of those, they're doing great.
So, Greg, you've actually. So, I kind of have a problem with this. We have about 60,000 peeps that follow us because my wife, when we were younger, we would go to these Halloween parties and she'd try to find the sexiest costume she could find, and I'd have to defend my honor every single Halloween just in order not to get in a fight.
And what would happen is Chris would walk in the door with her, and they'd go, "Oh, look at how sexy she looks. Oh, and there's Humpty Dumpty."
Exactly.
Let me tell you something about being the ugly guy with the hot woman.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you, Greg. Yes, thank you. That's all we love you. That's all
How
we love
many
you.
years has Reinke Brothers been around?
This is 52.
There's that reason. Just because of that
Yeah,
last
There you
line.
go.
52 years. That's amazing.
I think we rented Jesus his costume,
Right, I believe you did. You probably provided the cross as well, the props and everything.
No.
So, Greg, I know in years past you've actually done a haunted house at the Reinke Brothers. Are you doing that this year?
We are, and we're doing social, we're being very careful, social distancing, all that. For instance, all the tickets, we don't have a box office this year. We don't have lines. You have to go on the internet, go to ReinkeBrothers.com, and you can make reservations on there for a certain time, and that way we can run people when they get here. So we've had a line of no more than about 30 people, which usually will have lines of several hundred.
Right.
We put them through, and one of the interesting things about it this year, because we're doing such social distancing, you're pretty much in the haunted house by yourself. So people are coming out saying, "Oh my God, that's creepier than I've ever seen."
Holy crap. We
yeah,
got
nice.
to do this, fellas.
Yes,
So
we do
it's
next
pretty
week.
cool. Yeah.
If you're a listener, did you hear that? You potentially will be in this haunted house by yourself.
Yep.
You need to
and you can only
experience
have up
this.
to 6 people. That's
Okay,
it.
so,
we gotta
So we
do
can't
this
run,
next
you know,
week.
so
10
we have a
people
question.
through.
How late is your haunted house open till?
Okay. Sunday, let me do it this way. Monday through Thursday, we run from 6 to 10. Fridays, we run from 6 to midnight. Saturdays from 3 to midnight. And Sundays from 3 to 10. Now, here's the other interesting thing. We're the only haunted house that I know in the country that has a children's tour. One of the things that, we used to do this with kids, when they used to come to the haunted house, and we had a cheaper price, and parents would pay $3 for the kid to go through, right? And then all we did was terrorize the child. And then I realized I got to help these parents become good parents. So we made the price for kids or adults the same price. So, for instance, on Fridays and Saturdays, it's $22. On Sunday through Thursday, it's $19. So if you have a 5-year-old, you're going to pay that price. And if they chicken out or don't go in, there's no refunds. So now they think about it. So what we do, because we don't do any blood and guts, we don't have torsos hanging out with all the guts, and we don't have people chasing you with chainsaws. In fact, if you want to see a chainsaw, go to every other haunted house. You'll see it. And so what we do, ours is more like Disney's, and that's not to say it's not intense, but we have full sets. We have illusions, lots of animatronics. We have, all kinds of just really fun scenes. But what's cool about it, and this is where the children come in, on Saturday and Sundays from 10 to 1, we have a children's tour where they get to go through with all the lights on. There's no monsters, and they get to see how it's done. They get a
super
touch,
smart, Greg.
feel,
Yeah.
and you know what? It creates new clients because if I terrorize a small child, they never want to go through again.
Right.
But if I show them how it's done, they'll go through the night show and say, I know how they did that, and they have a great time.
That's cool.
You are super smart doing that. Greg, I've used the Reinke Brothers for many costumes over the years. You guys do a lot of theatrical stuff for movies and things like that as well, correct?
Well, we do sets and props and stuff, and it just depends. Right now, it's kind of a dry spell, as you can imagine.
Right.
But what's interesting is we've done stuff, especially if you want to know what's around here where you can actually know what you've seen. Like at the Union Station, the Santa throne and all that we built for them. Larimer Square, we used to do their Santa there. But the big Christmas tree at the Sculpture Park, we have the little warming hut that's next to it. All kinds of things like that. So it's really, really a lot of fun.
So, Greg, how late? When I say late, I mean calendar-wise, are you guys open this year?
The haunted house is open until November 1st. And as far as Reinke Brothers, we're open year-round.
You sure are. Absolutely.
So we're going to release this podcast on Tuesday, Greg, midday. So we'll make sure we put links to your website in there so people can get info for the haunted house next week.
That'd be great.
And Greg, your brother's name is Chris, right?
It is.
All right. Well, Greg and Chris Reinke from the Reinke Brothers.
Hey, before we let them go, can I ask you a quick question? Can you name a costume that used to be really, really popular and now you couldn't give money to the person to rent it? I mean, there's got to be some costume that you were like, that
Barney.
year. Barney?
Barney.
Oh,
Yeah.
Barney. Ooh, okay.
The purple dinosaur.
Oh, man.
That kind of gives me nightmares from when my
Do you
kids were
still
little.
have the Barney?
No.
Oh, because
no,
I was going to rent it just to show you that.
Oh, no,
I love you.
It wore its way out, and then people just didn't wear it anymore and didn't want it, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, Barney sucks. All right, well, Greg, we so appreciate everything you do, and you're hanging in there, right? You're
Oh, yeah,
gonna make it,
we're
all
not
right.
going anywhere. It's going to be a tough year, but you know what? We've had great support. Our store is open all the time. People have been coming in, buying lots of yard art, things like that. So we're getting support, but we're also in a position, we own our property and stuff, so we have some staying power. And we haven't done this for 52 years to let something scary run us off.
Greg, just for the heck of it, can you give us again the name of your business, where you're located at, and your website, phone number, whatever you want?
Reinke Brothers, and it's at 5663 South Prince Street. The phone number is 303-795-5006. And the easiest way to get a hold of us is do the website, ReinkeBrothers.com. And our phone number's on there, our address, and that's one of the first things that comes up is our phone number. And you'll always answer our phones live.
You are the man, Greg. We so appreciate it. Say hi to Chris and have a happy Halloween. Continued success. 52 years. Let's hear it for the Reinke Brothers.
Yes,
Awesome. Yay.
Thank you for being a part of the
guys.
Dance
Have
Dad
a great
podcast.
great Halloween.
You too. Thanks, brother.
Barney loves
Thanks,
you.
Greg.
All right, that was Greg Reinke from the Reinke Brothers. So happy. So that's what the deal is. No Barneys and a lot of pirates happening this Halloween, right?
That's it.
Okay.
all.
Okay, but how about this? What about if we rent a sexy Barney?
Is there such a thing?
No.
I'm serious, though. Next week, we should all go.
Let's
and
do
we'll
it.
talk about it
Give
on
it a shot.
Great idea.
next week's
We're
episode.
doing it. All right, next up we have our voice of reason.
And now back to Dance Dad Podcast. Let's hear from this week's wife voice of reason.
Now, usually we have one of our beautiful wives with us on our podcast, but today, because it's Halloween, we are getting some advice from the kids. And today on the Dance Dad episode, we have my kids, Brooklyn and Sammy. Ladies, how are you?
Hi. We're awesome. How are you?
We're good. Okay, so we want to talk about Halloween with you real quick. So first of all, we've had this discussion at home, but to let all of our listeners know, you have decided that you are not going out for Halloween this year. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, Brooklyn, first of all, from you, why are you not going out?
First off, Corona is a whole thing. I don't want to be spreading germs or getting germs that I don't need in my body. Also, feel like I'm getting a little bit old and I'd rather just stay in and watch movies with friends.
Okay, and how old are you, Brooklyn?
14.
14. So potentially, fellas, is 14 the cutoff date for trick-or-treating?
I just
My
say
14-year-old's not trick-or-treating.
You're never too old to go trick-or-treating.
Thank you, Randy.
I'm
Thank
with
you.
Randy.
Okay, Sammy, are you there, Sammy?
Yep.
Okay, how about you? Are you going trick-or-treating this year?
Yes. Well, no, actually.
Make up your mind.
Come on, Sammy. Okay, so
Why not?
you're not going trick-or-treating, Sammy, right?
Yes, I'm not.
Why?
Why are you not going trick-or-treating this year?
Because I'm getting old.
And Sammy, how old are you?
15.
Okay, so ladies, please tell me that you are not going to be inviting boys over to our house in lieu of getting candy at other people's homes. Hello?
It's very quiet.
Wow.
So you're getting sweetness elsewhere.
Okay, so
Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue,
Yeah.
just so you know, the voice that you're hearing right now of the lovely Sammy, she's responsible for a lot of our drops that we leave on the show, just like this one.
Dad, you have issues.
Yes, thanks for that, Sammy. Okay, so ladies, what is the biggest thing that you'll miss about trick or treat besides getting the candy? Okay.
Really, just the competitiveness of running from each house to each house, the excitement, and having to
push little
go
kids
through a
out of
bunch
the
little
way,
kids.
being first
Exactly.
in line.
Yes, Halloween is a
translate them.
contact sport.
Okay, Brooklyn, when you've been trick-or-treating before, have you ever snatched someone's bag?
Yes.
Oh.
No, I'm joking. I don't do that. I'm not that mean.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Sammy, let me ask you a question, Sammy. Have you ever gone up to a door and, sometimes when parent or people leave the bowl of candy out, in front of the door, they don't answer the door. Have you ever taken all of the candy out of that bowl?
No.
Sammy?
Really?
Sammy.
Your
I
dad
haven't.
remembers that year.
Right, you're a good kid. All right. So, out of all the years you've dressed up for Halloween, what's your favorite costume ever?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Probably my iconic Dora the Explorer.
Dora the Explorer. Okay, Sammy, how about you?
Or Princess Jasmine. That one was pretty good too.
Yeah, that was great. That was a little too much skin during that year, unfortunately, for you, Brooklyn. So I didn't like that one too much. Sammy, how about you?
I don't have a favorite. I just liked all of them.
You liked all of them. Okay, that was good. Okay.
Okay, so speaking of costumes, girls, what do you think? We've decided we're all going to wear the same costume, all of us guys here, and we're all gonna dress up as Barney. What do you think of that?
That's a little bit scary.
And Randy's going to bring his old panel van back, and that's what we're going to drive around the neighborhood in.
We were wondering if we can get Baby Bop costumes. Will you join us?
All right, girls, we voted on our favorite Halloween candy a little bit ago. Tell us, but we won't tell you what ours was. Tell us what...
Best and worst.
Yeah, what's your favorite? No, first of all, tell us what the worst candy for Halloween is.
Worst thing.
Yeah, worst thing, yeah.
Almond Joy.
Almond
Mine is
Joy. Okay. Sammy, how about
It's
you?
got nuts.
Sour Patch Kids.
Sour
Patch Kids. Sammy doesn't like the Sour Patch Kids.
Okay.
A lot of kids love that.
I love it. Okay, how about your favorite? Tell me what your favorite is.
Mine is Twix.
Twix in there, yeah.
That's a good one.
Left or right?
Mine is
Right. No, right. Yeah.
Mine is M&M's.
Oh,
that's your
M&Ms.
favorite.
M&Ms.
The peanut
With
or
peanut?
the without?
Regular.
What color is your favorite M&M?
Sammy?
Chocolate.
Chocolate, sure.
chocolate one.
Okay,
Just
all
the
right.
chocolate one.
Well, ladies, we thank you so much for joining us on the Dance Dad podcast. We'll see you at home. Have a good Halloween,
you.
ladies.
Thank you. You too.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right, right after this, we have Paul with the dad jokes. All right, we're back. And before we introduce Paul with our amazing dad jokes, I just want to thank all of our listeners every single week. For every download, we donate $1 to a school in need of supplies, lunches. We've donated over $1,200 so far since March. So we're doing a good job, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
The
great.
more you listen, the more we give.
Yeah, absolutely. So please download our podcast. You can find us on all platforms. It's just Dance Dad Podcast. You'll see some cool bobbleheads. That's our logo. It looks really cool. Please do it. Those schools need your support. And next we have the one and only Paul Dwyer with Dad Jokes.
The pulse of jokes is in the house.
Is that Harry Carey?
Yeah, so now here's my question. People say to me, how do you remember all these great jokes? And I go, because I have a mind like and I can never remember what the animal is, the saying goes.
Yeah.
A memory of...
Your mind is...
Your mind is like a sieve.
No, but don't they say the memory of what animal is it?
An elephant?
Okay, I'll do elephant jokes, if that's what you want, Clint. Why do elephants have big ears?
Why
is that?
To keep their sunglasses from falling off.
You can go ahead and hang up now or turn off your podcast.
Thanks, everybody.
Why do elephants wear sunglasses?
Why?
So Tarzan doesn't recognize them.
We'll see y'all next week.
Okay, wait a second. What did Tarzan say when he saw a herd of elephants running through the jungle?
Last but not least...
Nothing. He didn't recognize them with their sunglasses on.
You can't be serious.
Oh, good. I see how you set one up for the next
Yes,
one. That was great.
And there we have it.
The thematic one.
Dad Jokes. On behalf of Chris, Paul, Randy, and Clint, we'll see y'all next week.
Happy Halloween!
Be gone with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, now is the chance to make a difference for the whole wide world. It's the time and place, ain't got time to waste. We wanna make the community a better place. We wanna do our best, we ain't trying to flex. We just wanna make a difference, put your mind to rest. Denver, Vegas, Orlando, sit down, we about to start the show. Everybody